Welcome to my channel. This is Jacko's Crypto, and in this video, I'm talking about the best NFTs to buy now in late February and all throughout March, because there's tons of good projects coming out that you can mint or buy off the secondary market such as OpenSea. So if you're interested in that, please keep watching, as there's going to be a lot of good projects. You can potentially 5 to 10x your money. Again, this is not financial advice, just projects that I'm interested in and most likely will be investing in as well if I can. So let's get right into this, and remember to smash the like button if you do enjoy the video, and subscribe to the channel and turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upload. So here's an overview of OpenSea monthly volume. As you can see, February has dropped down quite a bit. Obviously we saw a massive January, the best month we've ever had in the NFT space, huge volume, and then we did see a pullback, pretty big pullback too. This is considerably what we had back in October of 2021. So we're definitely down quite a bit in terms of volume. And if you see the daily volume, we did peak out at the end of January, and since then we've been on a downtrend. So NFT volume is not looking great. But with crypto recently falling down in price again, and Bitcoin possibly going lower, and Ethereum as well, we could see a lot of volume coming into the NFT space once again. Because if you guys don't know, there's kind of a trend going on. When crypto does bad, NFTs do good. And when NFTs do good, crypto does bad. So that's kind of just a trend. Of course, that might not be viable forever, but for now, that's how we're seeing the markets. And you can make a lot of money off of it if you catch the right signals. If you guys don't know much about NFTs, essentially when you mint a project, you're getting in at the very beginning and possibly the cheapest price offered, unless you get on the whitelist, which you can obviously get a cheaper price that way as well. But it takes more work, more community engagement, and all that type of stuff, which a lot of people don't have time for, which is fine. If you get in on the public mint, you can usually still get a great price and be able to flip it on OpenSea in the matter of minutes for 3, 4, 5 times your money, depending on how hyped that project is. But remember, NFTs are highly risky and highly volatile. So yes, projects can be 10x what you pay for them after like 1 hour after launch. However, you can also lose money quite quickly, 20%, 30%, 50% down in a very small amount of time. So that's why it's very important to pick good quality projects, meaning they have a great team and they have a roadmap that they can actually deliver on and make sense, right? Not just a bunch of words that sound cool, like the metaverse and merch and that type of stuff that they might not even be able to do, and they're just adding into the roadmap to make it look viable and to make it look like a good project. So that's why it's very important to pick a project that has a great team and has a roadmap they can actually deliver on, right? You don't want NFTs with no utility and just artwork. Yes, some of them can look very nice and some of them do really good just off the art, but ideally, you want your NFT to have some kind of utility behind it, and you want there to be benefits to holding on to that NFT, so other people hold on to it and the floor price will remain stable, right? Or continuously going up and not down. Floor price is essentially the cheapest you can buy that NFT project for. That was a little summarization of NFTs and what they are and that type of thing. Hopefully that was good enough for you guys, at least for now. I'm sure a lot of you know what NFTs are if you're clicking on this video already, right? So I'll do a video in the future, more in-depth for beginners out there. What are NFTs, how to buy them, all that type of jazz, right? So let's move on to the NFT projects that I see as great investment opportunities for the end of February and all throughout March. Again, this is not financial advice, just my opinions. So the first project is going to be DAPE. Now, as you can see, their Twitter is pretty hyped up. They have over 168,000 followers, but again, numbers aren't everything. It's very easy to just buy followers now on Twitter and other platforms. So you really got to check the engagement and see if they're actually getting a lot of engagement on their posts, which as you can see, they are, right? Over 3,700 likes on that one post, over 3,200 likes. And that's just a retweet. This is just a normal tweet with the website linked, and that's 1,200 likes, right? And it's good to note that a lot of these aren't even giveaways, and they're getting that much engagement, which is pretty valuable if you look at that. But that doesn't mean this project's going to absolutely soar, right? You still have to look at the project, the team, the roadmap, that type of stuff, and actually the utility behind it. The art is definitely pretty interesting. I think it could be good. It's kind of using trendy characteristics that usually do good in the NFT space at the moment. However, some projects have done not so good with this type of artwork because it is quite similar to like doodles or that type of thing. So many people think they're just copies, but I do think DAPE could do very well. I would not be surprised that it's going for 5x post mint. Of course, as any project gets closer to the reveal, there is usually a pullback, and even after the reveal, there is a pullback as well. And that's because people are holding on to those NFTs, hoping they get a rare one that they can sell for 10, 20, 100 times what they paid for it, right? But when they see that they don't get that, they just want to sell it as quickly as possible, and everybody's thinking that way. So everyone's got to lower their prices constantly because there's not enough demand coming in to buy up those NFTs. And that's when you get into a bit of gray waters, but it pretty much happens with any NFT project, no matter how successful it is later on, right? So that's one thing to note, and that's a great way you can actually trade NFTs, is to wait for that post-reveal dip and then buy up if you still believe in the project for the long term, and you can get in pretty cheap and then flip it if you want, or just hold on to them for quite a while. It's completely up to you. Personally, I like to flip projects that I don't really believe in for the long term, and projects that I do believe in, I will still try to flip just to get my money back and then hold on to the other ones, so I can hopefully either get rare ones or just sell them in the future for a lot more. My second project is going to be Imaginary Ones, which is very hyped. As you can see, over 300,000 followers on Twitter, very good engagement, thousands and thousands of likes and retweets, which is all good signs that this community is actually real and excited for this art and this community behind this NFT collection, right? And it's a very good sign that this project's going to absolutely surge in price, right? I wouldn't be surprised if it's trading for 10x mint price right after they sell out, right? Because they're going to sell out. It's just how it is. If you're on one of these whitelists, that's amazing. Pretty much at this point, all of these projects are going to be very difficult to get any whitelist unless you get it through a giveaway. You can maybe get public mint, but a lot of these top projects I'm talking about don't have a public mint option. Which is fine, right? Because you can still get in secondary like OpenSea, LooksRare, and sometimes you can get really good prices, right? You don't really want to buy right after they sell out because people are going to be selling them for ridiculous prices. You want to wait for that pullback and then get in and either sell post reveal or pre-reveal just so you can avoid that dip, right? So that's what I think about Imaginary Ones. I think the artwork's great. I think the team's good. I think the utility is pretty good, and I think it will do good just based on the absolute massive hype for it, right? It has that 3D motion artwork that I think will do very well. It's only going to get more popular in my opinion. However, these early ones will absolutely hit it out of the park, I think. And then later on, the trend will die out, right? And then we'll see these types of projects probably not doing so good with this 3D motion artwork. That's just the trends in the NFT space at the moment. If you get in on it in the beginning, you can do very well, but then as it goes on, the trend kind of dies out, and new projects that are trying to hold on to that trend usually don't even sell out, and their holders aren't really confident in the future success of the project, unfortunately. But I think Imaginary Ones will do very well, and we'll have to see if it's a 5, 10x, whatever it might be right after mint. Hopefully, obviously 10x or more, and hopefully you guys can get on the whitelist or are already on the whitelist. I'm not sure if there's any spots open. Moving on to my third NFT project, it's going to be Antonym, and Antonym is very popular. As you can see, over 200,000 followers, a lot of engagement, just like the other projects. I think the art's quite cool. If you guys actually look, it's pretty unique with this type of kind of hate bears, but the hate bears didn't go very well in terms of the art post reveal. However, I think this one could perform differently post reveal, especially if the artwork is this good, right? And one thing to look for in NFTs is, so let's say there's 8,000 items, but out of those 8,000 items, there's only 300, 500 on sale. That is a very good ratio. Obviously, that's less than 5% of all the NFTs that are actually listed and that you can buy now. So if you can get 5% or less that are listed, those NFT projects are usually pretty good, and it shows the holders are strong and they do not want to sell or paper hand their NFTs, right? They want to hold on for the long term because they believe in them. If you get more than 10, 15, 20% of the total supply is currently listed for buy now in OpenSea, then you kind of get, in my opinion, it gets a bit risky buying a lot of the NFTs. Of course, you can still buy them, but buying a huge amount and investing a lot is kind of risky just because it shows the community behind it's not really too hyped up for the long-term success, only really the short-term success. Yeah, so Antonym, I definitely recommend checking this out, guys. Again, for any mint prices, mint times, look that up because these projects constantly change their dates. So me telling you that in this video probably wouldn't be that beneficial because they could change by then, and that's just because of gas prices, that type of thing. But really, gas prices are really cheap right now with NFTs at least. They were very cheap for the last like 4 days, 5 days, and that's just because there's no volume coming to the NFT space. But as more volume comes, those gas prices will hike up, especially with all these massive projects coming towards the end of February and the beginning of March. My fourth NFT project is going to be Cartoons. Now, I really think this project could do well. It doesn't have as big of a following. However, the artwork is really cool. It's that trendy type of colorful art and all types of different characteristics, not just the standard apes or something like that, right? It's kind of an own unique thing that I think could do good. The name is so good in my opinion just because it's so rememberable, right? You're not going to forget an NFT called Cartoons. You're just not going to forget it. And especially if the art is very good, the community's good, the team's good, that type of thing, I think it could absolutely moon after the mint, or it could just do okay, right? Because it's either going to moon or it's going to do okay. I don't think it's going to do bad, and I don't think it's going to do like well. I think it's either going to moon or do okay. You're not going to lose money, in my opinion, if you get in at the mint price and you sell an hour after selling out or 30 minutes after selling out. But holding on for the long term, there is definitely risk just because of the lack of following and this type of artwork. Yes, it's great. Yes, it's amazing and it's pretty unique and I really like it. But as this trend comes, another trend comes as well, and this trend could die out if there's not enough demand behind it, if there's not enough people that love the art, right? And that's kind of showing that by just having less followers. I know it's kind of stupid that we look at that, but it's a huge thing in this NFT space because that's all we really have as social proof, and Twitter is pretty much where NFTs and crypto lives at the moment, right? So now my last NFT project, but definitely not the least, is going to be Invisible Friends. Now this is actually minting I believe February 23rd, so if you guys are watching this now, it could be today or it could be yesterday when you guys watch this. But if you can get this even on the secondary market at a good price, I would recommend that for myself. Again, I'm not giving you financial advice, but I think this project could do amazing because it's been around for a while. As you can see, they have over 1,000 tweets and there's been so much hype building up on this project for the last couple of months now. Almost 500,000 followers, so pretty much the biggest in any NFT project I've seen. In the mint, yes, it's the 23rd, 5 p.m. Eastern time, and it's going for 0.25. So if you got in on that whitelist, you are going to be set up for amazing gains. I would not be surprised if this is going for 4 ETH plus post mint and after they sell out and everything like that. As long as the mint goes well and everybody from the whitelist can mint it properly, there should be no issues. But as you can see, this is kind of the first project that started this motion walking artwork, and it's very cool in my opinion. And since they did it first, the project's going to do well. It's probably going to, again, 4 ETH plus or 3 ETH plus post mint, and then I see it going up over time as well, just because the community and demand behind it is so strong. Again, check out their website, check out their teams and roadmaps and all these projects, because if I went into that for every project here, it would just take a long time. But that's definitely a good thing to do before you buy any NFT. Always check the website, the team, the roadmap, go into the Discord, see the community, see if there's a lot of engagement, and see if that community is actually positive. Because a lot of times, guys, valuable information will come out hours or even minutes before a set NFT launch, and that information is usually accessible through their Discord. And that could be negative information about the project, right? That it's just a rug pull or something bad like that, or it could be positive information. So you got to see and you got to be in those discords and really engaging with others as well, so you can actually get a feel for how the community is reacting to the art and just the project in general. That was the NFTs, guys, that I see as great buys for February and March and even onward for some of them, right? Not all of them are going to do good long term, but I wouldn't be surprised if all of these NFTs I talk about in my video here at least 2 to 3x post sellout, post mint, right? If you guys did enjoy this video, please smash the like button and subscribe to the channel and turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upload. If you want to get some free crypto from Coinbase or BlockFi, there is links below in the description, and I highly recommend doing that because it can compound and make even more money for you. So that's why I highly recommend always getting those sign up offers whenever you sign up to Coinbase or BlockFi or anything like that, where you're either lending out your crypto, earning interest on the crypto, or just buying more crypto. I really appreciate all the feedback and support, and thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you did enjoy, and have a great day. Peace.